Time for Change. A Tick-Tock Tale. By Sam Cooke. Once upon a time, in a quaint little town, there was a clock named Tick-Tock. Tick-Tock was a very punctual clock and prided himself on always being on time. Tick-Tock lived with a young family, and was always available to give the correct time. One day, Tick-Tock noticed that his family was moving their clocks forward by an hour. He was confused and wondered why they were doing it. He had never heard of this before and couldn't understand why anyone would want to change the time. Tick-Tock decided to ask the old tower clock in the center of town if he knew what was going on. The old tower clock in the town hall told him that this was something called daylight savings time. It was a way to make better use of the daylight in the summertime. Tick-Tock was intrigued and asked the old tower clock to tell him more. The old tower clock explained that in the summer months, the days are longer and the sun rises earlier. By moving the clock forward by an hour, people could make better use of the daylight in the evening. It meant that they could spend more time outside playing and enjoying the sunshine. Changing the time benefits farmers as well, as it gives them more daylight to work to grow the food we eat. Tick-Tock was fascinated by this and wanted to know more. He asked the old tower clock if everyone did this. The old tower clock told him that not everyone did it. In fact, some parts of the United States didn't participate in daylight savings time at all. Tick-Tock was surprised to hear this. He asked the old tower clock why some places didn't do it. The tower clock told him that it was because some places were closer to the equator. In those places, the days and nights are roughly equal in length all year round. Tick-Tock thought this was fascinating and thanked the old tower clock for teaching him something new. The old tower clock also mentioned that parents often dislike daylight savings time, as it messes with their kids' sleep schedules and makes them cranky. Tick-Tock was so excited about his newfound knowledge that he wanted to share it with the other clocks in the town. He told them all about daylight savings time and why it was important. From that day forward, Tick-Tock always looked forward to daylight savings time. He knew that it meant more time for fun in the sun, and he was always happy to chime in and remind everyone of the time.